Man, what's going down, everybody? Welcome, everybody, to Shit Talking Sundays in the Light of a Warrior with the MS Warrior. Before we get started, I want to get a couple disclaimers out the way. One is this is not medical advice, it's just one warrior's journey with multiple sclerosis. If you have an medical emergency, please consult uh, doctor. But if you're having an emergency, dial 911. Okay. Like I said, this is not no medical advice. Consult with your doctor if you try any of these things that she suggests. Um, and remember, we are here every um, Tuesday at 6 p.m. So obviously, for those of you that are here, you already know. And for you that are not, and all my future viewers, please hope you enjoy. Any comments, suggestions, or concerns, please let us know. But with that being said, let me introduce you to the MS Warrior. What's going
Hey,
down? Hey,
hey,
hey.
Agent Dad. Hey. Thank you for putting this together tonight. I appreciate you.
Every Tuesday, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. First things first, my disclaimer, I am not a doctor or nor do I portray to be one. Everything that I talk about is solely what my medical team has put in place for me, more your MS warrior. So um, always consult your medical team to be advised what's best for you. What's best for you may not be best for me. What's best for me may not be best for you. So, like AG the dad said, always if you have an emergency, medical emergency, call 911. Any information that you may need or advice, please consult your medical team. Therefore, I cannot give you any advice.
With
Okay?
that being said, we have Bruce Bob Trotter. Trotter.
Trotter.
He
Yep.
says it's not Sunday, so your channel title doesn't make sense right now. So obviously, I'm talking to you, Bruce. You are a newbie, and I really appreciate you
Hi,
tuning in.
Bruce.
Yeah, I appreciate you turning in. But if you look right there, every day is shit talking Sundays. Because if you got something to say, hey, let's try to keep it positive. You're going to talk about it. If you hit the lottery, you're going to call your friend or your significant other or whomever, and you're going to let them know that you hit the lottery. You're going to talk shit. So we like to keep it positive, no racism, no bullying, but at the end, and have a little bit of fun. And at the end of the day, you learn something. And at very least, you learn to think outside the box. In this case, this is in the light of
Mhm.
a warrior with the MS Warrior every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. On Wednesdays, we have the fitness tip of the week with Vince the Beast. Um, on Sunday at 9:30, Bruce, this is for you. 9:30 every single Sunday, we have morning service. We
Yes.
have morning service, so you can check that out. And I do a morning coffee every so often, usually on Sundays, where I just shoot the shit and whatever. But with that being said, I just wanted to address you, Bob. Nothing but love from you. But that's the reason why, because every day is shit talking Sunday.
Yes. Hey, Jason, Josh, my fellow warriors, thank you so much for coming out and supporting your warrior. Yes, Jason, every day is what, AG?
Shit talking Sundays. Please
Yes.
tell a friend. If I didn't say tell a friend, I'm saying tell a friend. And if I didn't say tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah.
Share, like, subscribe. All right.
Yes, guys, you're getting two platforms, two shows in one, I should say. So those of you who would like to be a guest on Shit Talking Sundays for a morning coffee, good to see you, Josh. I'm so glad you tuned in. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast tonight, your first time, and ask away questions. Um, I always have a subject that I talk about and stuff. So I'm going to get right over to that. Jason, thank you for joining again tonight. And I'll get into it. Okay. So, my theme for tonight is recouping after a hard weekend. Or do I even have to say hard weekend? Because as you warriors know, Jason, Josh, you guys probably know Jason, you work, Josh, you work too. Um, and I don't know what you guys do on the weekends or how your work affects you after, but for me, um, last week I was feeling pretty good. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I started feeling kind of like a little decline. And I was thinking, okay, what's going on? And da 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 da. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to miss out on this weekend. It's a perfect weekend for Reno, Nevada. Um, we usually try and go for Valentine's, but planning, you know, with the warriors such as myself, it could be up and down, and it's got to be spare the moment. When I feel good, okay, let's jam, let's go. Um, so I was like, okay. So I told my honey, I said, let's rent a room and go up early Friday and stay, come home Sunday. So of course, all right, let's go. So I was like, okay. Friday, I was feeling good. Went up to Reno. We went gambled and had some dinner. Um, I tried deep fried sushi for the first time. I'm not a big fish eater, but I love seafood. But some and the sushi I eat or like, I don't even call it sushi because I never get in with no um really no fish. Imitation crab or some shrimp, that's about as much as I go. But I like the avocado and all that other stuff. I think I'm doing something. I think when
Well,
I order sushi.
what about clams? You like clams? You like clams?
Fried ones.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Leave it to you. so Um, but I remember my son saying, "Mom, you got to try that deep fry." But I think he had deep fried eel or something, some sushi at Makuni's, and he loves it. So I always kept saying to myself, if I have a chance to eat the deep fried, I'm gonna try it. And because I mean, I like deep fried anything. You deep fry napkin, I probably like it, but um, I'm a foodie. I love food, but anyways, I had some deep fried sushi where we stayed inside the hotel was the casino and a sushi restaurant. And I was like, oh, there's the key to my dinner. It was okay. It was all right. I prefer it not to be deep fried. I Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't nasty. I ate it and it was cool. And I ordered some other roll. It was called the Mexican and it had jalapenos and stuff. But it was pretty good. So anyway, um,
That's one of my favorites, by the way. The Mexican roll. Oh man, that
oh
shit is
really?
fire. Oh yeah. Did you go to Aja Sushi
It was
on Elkhorn?
no, I was in Reno.
Oh, okay. They have one on Elkhorn. If you go on Elkhorn Boulevard, right off the
Hmm.
80, there's
Right,
a
right.
spot. Shameless plug. They got good food. If someone from Aja Sushi uh, is listening, please, I'm almost down to come eat there
To
and
eat,
maybe
yeah.
do a podcast from your location. But anyway,
Right, right,
back to what's
right.
happening.
Right, right, right. Jason says love spicy food. I do, I do, and then I don't. Not too spicy. Yeah, because I'm afraid of the after effects. But anyway, lightly, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love shrimp. Shrimp could be at the bottom of my water bottle. so, oh, hotter the better for sure. Oh, gee. Okay, so you're the spicy. So we well, my honey doesn't do the sushi thing. So I had some sushi to get up to the room and I did post some pictures on Facebook. And I don't know if I ended up posting. I think I did post something on my YouTube channel in the light. No, my MS journey on Kisemta. There we go. I'm getting so many things, guys, getting tongue tied. Jason says I did the Death Nut challenge and loved it. Oh, really? Ooh, do you see that, AG? He said he did the Death Nut challenge and loved it. His daughter also did, and but did even. Oh wow. Okay, so you guys, yeah, you guys have the tolerance, huh? Not me. I probably would have stopped breathing. But um good for you guys though. That's cool. I'm trying to get my honey sings, and there's a challenge out right now um with Anthony Hamilton. I'm trying to get him to do it, but in his the challenge. But anyhow, any hoot. So so I felt that like I was a big girl on Friday and Saturday, right? So I felt good what my good is, and I was like, you know what, I'm hanging, feeling good. I didn't press the envelope too much on Friday because I had already been I had to take the 2 hour drive, which I don't drive. Larry drove, and then we didn't go up to the room till 5, a little bit after 5 that Friday evening, and he went back down a little while later. I thought I was going to go up, relax, and then be able to go out. I haven't been out at night, guys, in years because of my energy level. So I was thinking, okay, I was feeling good. I'm going to go in the evening too. Well, that didn't happen. I was like, no, I better not. I feel like I'm getting too exhausted. So I chilled, and it was nice though. It was really, really nice, comfortable room. The sushi was terrific. So I called it a night and just chilled. The next morning, got up. We didn't have to be out of the room until 12. So that gave me plenty of time. I'm on this clock about getting up at 8 o'clock. If I'm not feeling good the night before, I'll sleep till 9. And you warriors probably can relate is that when you're not feeling good or if you're on a flare, you could sleep 12, 13 hours straight. So, um, I always know when I wake up, well, what time I wake up the night before, if what my body's going to do because it goes with this clock, this sleep thing. So, but anyway, Saturday got up and was feeling good. So I was like, you know what? I think I could knock out a couple more hours, of hanging out and stuff. And mind you, I'm in my electric chair. I don't walk the casinos or anything or any outing like that. Um, we did cross over and go to another casino. So I hung a couple hours, and then we jumped on the highway to come back to Sacramento. So I was feeling good, feeling good. Got home, unpacked and did all that stuff. Did what as much as I could do, and then as if you guys don't know, I'm gonna tell you now. I have in-home supportive service help. So a lot of the things, if you guys hear me say I'm doing, I don't do alone. I don't pack my scooter. I can't carry boxes because of being weak. um Things like that. Some days, as I'm sure if you guys have experienced warriors, some days we're weaker than others, and some days we can take a shower, and some days we can't without help. So it's just all it's a gamble. Haha, little joke I threw in there, right? MS does what it wants day to day. Um so back home Saturday, and it was early evening time, and of course did whatever, went to bed, and woke up Sunday still feeling good. I was like amazed, and I was shocked. I was like, I can't believe this. And I even told Larry, I was like, look, I'm not suffering right now. And he was like, I know. He was like, that's really, really good. Things are improving. It's got to be the key symptom. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it. Good. You know what my good is, guys. No, I can't go out and do jumping jacks and cartwheels in my front yard, but um good enough to get out of bed, put it that way. Just
Hey, I
feel.
have a question.
Yes.
Could it be the elevation?
No, because I've been feeling good at home. You mean the elevation that made me feel better?
Yes.
No, because I'll tell you what happened. And it happened to Larry too on our way home. So, and AG, you're gonna remember my thought where I was, right? Because so I could go back to it because I'm gonna forget. But about the elevation, my nose, and I don't mean to sound gross, guys. I don't want to talk about boogies and all that stuff, but my nose doesn't run. Only if I sneeze, my nose runs. I've been to an allergist. They can't find anything wrong. I have this pocket that swells here on my forehead, and I thought it was allergies from something or my nasals, my sinuses not being able to drain. I've had a CT scan of my face, and if you guys don't know, right here in our skull we have little tiny holes, and that's what drains our sinuses. Our sinus drainage comes through there down to our nasal passages, and of course, so mine. They don't know why, maybe because of MS, they say mine are narrowing. Some my sinuses don't drain too well. So my nose never runs. I could sneeze and then my nose will drip, but any other time, no. And then my nose stays clogged up. Like nothing. It's just like for whatever reason, I have bad air passage through my nasals. They've been up in there and they can't find anything. They've checked me for cancer, polyps, and all kinds of stuff. And I'm squeaky clean. But so the elevation, my ears early on were getting clogged and stuff, Larry's too, but man, just like a faucet. And I was like, what the heck? So the elevation just made my nose just then on the way back to Sacramento after we got off out of the mountains, Larry's did it. We're like, oh, that's elevation, so um that's the kind of thing that I felt maybe AG in the negative side of the elevation. Oh, Josh, really, you do? And what does that leave you? I'm sure you get stuffed up easily, or you have bad. Can you breathe really well through your nose, Josh, or does that hinder? Let me know. Um, so And ever since then, my nasals have been more stuffed up. I don't know if you guys could tell on my voice, but I sound stuffy. And my nose is never clear anyway. And I'm allergic to cedar and mold. Something in my house, and I sneeze repeatedly all day long, like crazy. And I just had all my allergy tests done mid last year. They couldn't find. That's the only thing they found. I'm not allergic to dog hair, dog dander, dust mites, none of that. And I have 3 dogs now, but any hoot. So anyway, that's the negative thing. I don't know if the elevation made me feel better. It could had. I was feeling okay, but feeling I started to decline on Thursday, like I said. Friday, I wasn't really 100% what my 100% is. But anyway, um, I don't know if it was my previous video, AG, you could just think if I did say this, but I had said, Josh says, yes, all the time allergy season is the worst though. Oh, I bet. And I think that's why now too I'm suffering so bad, and my doctors always prescribe me. I've got Claritin, I've got Allegra, I've got the the nasal mist and all that kind of stuff. But and it's kind of weird. And what I'm noticing, guys, from about maybe more heavily last year till now, or even the year before, um, my body is being really sensitive. And of course, everything gets put off on MS. And I didn't believe it was MS or anything. And that's why I told my doctor, you need to send me to the allergist because what you're doing, I mean, he gave me some pills to try and clear. It didn't work. So, and then they could tell that I couldn't breathe. My nose was plugged on one side. So they sent me over and da 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 da, nothing, nothing. But I suffer with this pocket, and you guys can't tell on camera unless I get really, really super duper close. But I have this pocket, and it's thin. It's not too much, but if you're in person, um, you can see if I point it out to you. But this part of my head is raised, and washing my face and moisturizing. I don't know if you guys know, but Kesimpta for me dries me out big time. My insides, I'm always thirsty. My skin, my hair. I can put on lotion after a bath or shower, and by morning I'm ashy. I just noticed with the Kesimpta, as I've noticed with prior medications also, it dries me out really, really bad. But I'm noticing that um I keep getting red bumps all across my forehead every time I wash and moisturize. I've used different products and it's like this part is, I don't know why I'm being so my skin is being so sensitive, and I don't understand it and the doctors aren't understanding it either. If you guys can relate, please drop me some home remedies or something that I can do f- for this. I've Googled, I can't find anything really that can be, but again, link back to an allergy. Actually, the red bumps and stuff, and they're really tiny. They don't ooze. It's not like a pimple, but this friggin' MS is changing my system for the worse. Like everything, I'm allergic, giving me allergic reaction. I don't know if it's a combination of the Kesimpta and stuff, but hey, hi G, Audrey, that's got to be Audrey. Glad you tuned in. We're talking about recouping after a weekend. Um, so, so let me get back to my story, and we'll talk more about symptoms and stuff. Um, Josh says, I still have not gotten a side effect that I know. Terrific from the Kesimpta. That's wonderful. Um, I didn't feel good longer this time. 2 weeks ago, I did the injection live, and do you have a water? No. Do I need a water softener? Like for my skin or to drink or both? Hey, hey. Um, so um, so Sunday woke up, I felt really, really good. I felt like I had no side effects from the weekend and felt terrific. And I hadn't felt that ever. And you know what my baseline is. And not to say I could go hit the store and shop and do all that. No. But I felt good. I didn't feel as sickly as I normally had if I try and knocked out 2 days of an outing. Now that was 2 days, mind you, Friday and Saturday. Um, and for me, I don't know if anyone out there can relate, but I could be in my chair doing a whole lot of nothing, but paying attention and looking around, being um, coherent, I should say, or and visually aware, of checking things out. You're somewhere and you're looking around for hours and checking things out, and went in up and down different places for the stores. Swarovski crystal store was in there. I went in there, and um, so even if I'm um, visually doing things and mentally doing things, just looking around, paying attention, stuff that wears me out. Um, so if you warriors can relate on that, let me know. I do wear glasses, but my ophthalmologist, I seen them mid last year, right along with the allergist to see what could be affecting me here. If that may be my eyes, something, my eye health, but no, it's perfect. I have no damage from MS. So that was a good thing. And Josh says, not to drink, but for the skin, also makes your hair softer. Oh, okay. Um, that may be something. And it's weird because um I've never been a big one on using a bunch of products on my face ever in my life. I've always done good with just water. And now, and maybe that's why, because now I'm using product because my skin's so friggin' dry like an alligator. Like seriously, I can't even um when I look at my face in the mirror, I look like an alligator. It's like peely. And if I try and wear makeup, my skin's the dead skin's rubbing off on my makeup pad and stuff. I don't like that. So I started a new routine. But yeah, my body's really sensitive now. It's never been sensitive ever in my life to anything. So, but now it is, and I'm not liking it. So, but anyhow, so Sunday woke up good, feeling good, and then so again went to bed Sunday night. Monday, I could barely get out of bed. Monday, I did not feel good, you guys. I could barely stand up. My body ached, my joints, and I'm still hurting. My back and my left leg and my knee is killing me. I could barely, when I got up, I was like, oh, and had to sit back down on the bed and like, and grab my leg. I was like, oh my God. And then I felt like through my joints, it just ran through my joints of my body. And I was like, what, who beat me up while I was friggin' asleep? And I was like, so I was like, what the is going on? So I was thinking to myself, oh shit. I hope I didn't overdo it. But Jason and Josh, I'm sure you guys can relate. Any of my warriors out there, even if someone with the ailment that's watching um, or listening here, even if you have an ailment and you do something, how you feel after, you know? And I was thinking to myself, okay, I hope I didn't knock myself into, a relapse because if I did too much, you don't never know when you're doing it, when you have MS, when you're doing something. Well, I'm going to speak on me. If I feel good, I'm going to try and do what I can. And then after, I pay the price, right? So things have gotten better since I've been on the Kesimpta in that regards. I don't hurt as bad after. So now I'm like, oh, I'm feeling like $1,000,000. Let me get to here. Let me get over here. Let me get over here. And let me get over here. Well, I'm thinking to myself, come Monday, you know, is that the after effect because I did too much, So who knows? Monday, I was feeling feeling like bad, really bad, and I was getting kind of worried, like, oh man, I haven't felt like this in so long. It almost made me feel like I was having a flare. So this is why I wanted to speak on this tonight, and let me answer some questions real quick. Um, Jason says sometimes my vision changes, which is the strangest thing. Jason, it's not strange at all. It's strange to have to endure and go through that, but it's part of MS. I go through that too, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Some days my vision is sharp, 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 like it's almost too clear. And I'm like, this wasn't like my vision wasn't like this yesterday. And then it seems to subside and then kind of go back to normal. And then some other days it's like, okay, that dot over there on that blanket just got really big. If you read up on the vision changes with MS, you'll be like, oh, yep, I experienced that. Oh yeah, I experienced that too, and two, and two, and two. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, the light hurt. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I can't have light directly pointed at me or in it. If it does, I kind of like lose vision for a minute. I can see, but it's like blurry, like if almost I'm gonna lose my vision. Light jacks me up. And yeah, so I can relate to that. Our eyes are really sensitive. Yep, Josh, that's because you're a warrior. Josh and Jason, you are warriors. That's why the light hurts your eyes, and mine too. So yeah, it bites. It really does. It sucks. Um, if you guys wear glasses, and as you see, I do. You can't tell, of course, because I'm inside, but I have transitional lens, and it helps greatly when I'm outside. Um, Jason says, if you turn out the lights, I fall all over the place. Oh, really? Like you just it throws you off? You can't see? Or explain a little bit to me how that affects because you do you wear glasses, Jason? So I have a few things written down to explain me as I'm going through it. I write things down so I can talk about them and give you what I go through every Tuesday and even on my channel. Um, my YouTube channel, my MS Journey of Kisimta. So, when to know that you're in a flare or a relapse, or because you just came off a weekend and the symptoms that start to happen. When do you know, or how do you tell that this is just, now you got to recoup? And these are my famous words. And I say them all the time because, of course, I'm a warrior. So I always say after I do something the next day or a couple hours, I'm like, I got to go recoup. My family, my family, friends, grandkids, everybody, my honey, they know what I mean by recoup, because um, that you can just do a little bit of nothing and it zaps you. Well, the only way for me to regain some energy is if I go to bed, go to sleep, take a nap, and regroup. Sometimes I can't go to sleep, but just resting, even if I get in bed and just quiet, nothing, or TV on something, and close my eyes and just really, really focus to get that rest, I can get a little more energy to get up, maybe about an hour, get another hour, hour and a half in, excuse me, of whatever I was doing. Jason says, I can see it just affects me, like makes me more off balance. I do wear contacts or glasses. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Um, uh, yeah, I wonder, and see, I don't have that issue that Jason is speaking of, but I feel better in the dark as far as visually. I feel better in the dark. I don't feel I feel like light can trigger a headache and migraine and stuff like that, and just like I want to shy away from it. And just like this light right here in my face. I try and turn this down, guys, because for that reason, it but then sometimes, I look too dark and stuff like that. But hey, it makes me look like I've been in the sun tanning. But any hoot. So yeah, Jason, that sucks. Have you been through the ophthalmologist so they could check your eye health? That's important, because then, and they're different from the optometrist. You need to see an ophthalmologist. They check for your overall eye health. Um, and with you having MS, they'll know what to look for. Um, Josh says, I fell a month ago because when I got a fever, my legs get weak. Yes, Jason, I mean, Josh, fever? Did you get sick, or why'd you get a fever? Yeah, be careful. Yeah, we warriors, when we get sick, our body is already not at its capacity, 100% capacity, as if someone without multiple sclerosis. Everything affects us differently. So anytime, and I get you, and when I don't feel well, my legs are the first thing to tell me, oh, you're not going to walk too good today. So then, um, and that's all I too have to say. Everyone home, Larry, my father, and the two grandkids. Um, Everyone knows when I say I'm not feeling too hot today, guys. My legs are crap, or they'll hear me say my legs are not like noodles. Everybody knows, and then they don't expect me to be up and down, or you know any of that, because I can fall. I fell last year inside my laundry area, and it's pretty good size, but I had my dad's lawnmower there, just minding its own business on the side. I caught my foot on something or something. I went down and I fell on that lawnmower, and I had bruises up my leg, and nobody heard me. The house is really big, and nobody heard me. And so I made a ooh ah ooh going down, but nobody heard me. And so once I got back on the side of the house where everybody was, and mind you, it's 4 bedrooms, so it's pretty big. And I just busted out in tears, you know, and I was like, I just hurt myself. And I was like, and actually I turned and I felt myself lose balance. And um Yeah, so and even just not overall feeling well, Josh, Jason, I'm sure you guys can relate. Just our bodies, unfortunately, were not 100% well. So anytime we catch something, it attacks those muscles, just everything, the stomach. Oh, stomach bug. It was horrible. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you're all right from the fall and stuff. Be careful next time because we are different, and when we catch a bug, it really does a number on our strength. So be careful. Yeah, but I'm glad you're okay. Um, so with with knowing how to detect, um, and I'm sure Josh and Jason probably have been there with a relapse or flare, or your symptoms have just been heightened. Um, and excuse me, guys, but if you see me looking over to my right, that's because I've got my notes that I've wrote down yesterday and today on how I was feeling, so I could be clear and describe what I'm going through to you guys. Josh says, finally, it took a month for my foot to, oh, you didn't break it, did you? Sheesh. And then I don't know about you guys, but for me, healing time, even if I get a scratch, like a little small cut or something, it takes weeks to heal. And I'm like, and every time that happens, I'm like, am I diabetic and don't know it? Because diabetics don't heal too quickly, fast. But it's been like that. And I'm like, why isn't that cut closing? And da 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 da. Oh, good. Thank gosh. Oh, um, yeah, that wouldn't have been good. I'm sure. But yeah, he'll oh, okay, sprained. Those take longer to heal than a break, they say. Sprains do because it's the muscles take longer to heal than bone and all that stuff. I'm glad you're good, my friend. So, um so uh let's see. So, they say doctors say that how to determine at home if you're having um, a flare. You're welcome. You're welcome, warrior. Um, if you're having a flare, is it something that you've done or relapse? There's three things that can cause your symptoms to be heightened, and there's reason behind it, and sometimes there's no reason behind it at all. Can we bring on a flare? Most definitely, yes, we can bring on a flare from research. That's why they say stress is not good. The heat, as you guys know, heat is our enemy, exacerbates the plaque um, from the damage on our nerves. Now I know for me myself, I love the heat, and I'm so disappointed that this disease has kept me out of the sunshine. I love it. When we do go places, sometimes I close my eyes and look out the window. The window rolled up, of course, and just I love to feel the sun rays hit my face. I love it. I used to go fishing before I fell ill on the weekends, or sometimes even after work. I would say, I feel like I'm gonna catch a whale. Come home and meet Larry at home and tell him, "Hey, pack up, let's go. I feel I'm gonna catch a whale today," and or he do the same, vice versa, and jet out and stay until dark. Or on the weekends, we get up, hit the bank by 8:30, 9, stay out till dark. I used to sit in the sun. I'd be beet red, but I love the sun. And I'm so hurt that this disease is keeping me from loving what I love the most in life, and that's being in the sun, sunbathing. I love it. Um, so those three things can irritate us and cause um, us to have heightened symptoms. So what you they say to look out for, and for me, is I always know the difference. Added symptoms than what my norm is. It seems like, yeah, thanks, Josh. Um, it seems for me that when my face and head start to tingle and it doesn't go away in 24 to 48 hours, 9 times out of 10 for me, I'm on a relapse. That's a clear cut sign for me that something friggin' is going awry and I'm about to be thrown in the hospital. Oh, yeah, anxiety. Oh, the nerve. Oh my gosh, the anxiety and the nervous feeling, and it takes that takes a toll on our system really bad. Yeah. Sometimes I get anxiety and it zaps me as if I swam across the Indian Ocean. Yeah. That is a big one. Big oh, it's tiresome. So tiresome. Yeah. So um yes.
I'm just letting you know I'm still here. I'm just listening. You're on such a good roll. I just figured I'd sit back here in
Yes.
the background, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, you can chime anytime.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
um with those like the anxiety and stuff, yes, and we don't have to, some of us have anxiety naturally, for whatever reasons. I'm one of those people. So I know, and mine is being controlled. I take medications, and thank God, because what anxiety used to do to my body before I was diagnosed with MS, before I felt ill, it would knock me anyway. So I can imagine, like, really now for someone who's having a full-fledged anxiety attack or something, they're not on medication, they have to endure this and go through that. Um, that what it feels like now. I've gotten nervous quite some time, of course, through 5 years, or gotten really mad, or it just angry. We had one of my grandkids, or on a conversation with someone with uh the bank that took some money out for someone who charged on my card, blah, blah, blah. Any scenario, you get anxious, well, that'll wipe you out. That'll make you take a nap for like 6 hours. We are not normal, guys. We warriors are special, very, very special in a way that we don't want to be special. But unfortunately, we're stricken with this multiple sclerosis, and we have to deal with this the best way we can and take the advice of our medical team that finds our DMT that's going to work for us, and change our lifestyle that's going to help us live our best life without suffering. That's the key for me. I'm sure for you guys too. You're not going to go out and do something that and you keep repeating it. You keep hitting your head against a brick wall. That don't work. That don't work. That don't work. So, with a lot of shifting and a lot of creativity, you can make things work for you in the best way possible, to where you can still feel that you're living your best life. Josh says, yes, can no longer juggle girlfriends. Josh, that might be for another show. No, but oh, I can imagine that takes a lot of time. And time makes you tired. So, but yeah, that's a funny one. um, let's see. So, the first thing to do, guys, is of course recognize what you've done a couple days prior. Josh, couple days prior, and like for me, so with Monday not feeling well, today I woke up, I didn't feel well. I feel better now, and now I'm gonna tell you guys, for 3 times now, I haven't felt good on a Tuesday doing a podcast, and, I've committed myself, and, with the help of, AG, just early in the morning telling me, "Hey,"
Yeah,
you
me,
know
AG, me,
yeah,
AG.
him,
Right.
him,
Never
him.
mind. My bad. My bad. Shit talking Sundays, because every day is shit
Is.
talking Sundays.
So, yes, he reminds me, that, we have hours yet before you're due to go on, and there's a higher power above, so let's give it some time. So he's helped me get through some Tuesdays, and today I was like, I didn't even let that come to um my mind about counseling or anything. It's just my journey. I'm gonna give it to you guys. There was one time since podcast, I had a podcast from my bed because I wasn't feeling well today, and it actually helped me get in the mode, guys, knowing I have a show to do. You know, right now as we speak, I'm sweating. I keep, and that's another thing too. My hot flashes and the MS hug was kicking my. Are we all grown in here, AG the dad?
Yes, we are. It's shit talking Sundays. Every day is shit talking Sundays. If you're not grown, cover your ears. If you have
Right.
children in the room, well, you know what?
Please ask them to leave.
And if you don't, well, here it is, raw and uncut.
Yeah. Oh, this fucking hug last night was, oh, woke me up. I had it a few times through the night, and they only hit me at night, but I haven't had them in a minute. And this too, I notice when I do too much, my body, these things start to happen, and that tells me, you did too much, and then I'm paying the price. But that fucking hug, you guys, Jason, do you get them really bad? Now, I've heard from some of my warriors to where they actually literally have a hard time breathing, and that the pain is so bad and the pain lasts for hours. And I feel for my warriors who experience them that bad. I have experienced them for years since being diagnosed, but not as bad as some warriors have it. Yes, I get this. It's a squeeze around your midsection, or for me up to my bra line. I feel like a compression is around I start to burn hot a little bit, and it's a squeeze and it's a pressure, and it almost feels like, and when when that happens, I really kind of wake up and like, okay, is this, am I having a heart attack? Let me wake up and know the difference, because it's hard to tell sometimes because it's that pressure on your chest. It's uncomfortable. For me, it's almost to the level of a pain. It's an uncomfortable squeeze pressure, but not
Mhm.
like ouch, 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 not like that. And mine only lasts for under a minute. The burning of my skin, my body, then everything starts to cool down. The squeeze, I can feel it lifting, but it's enough pressure to wake me up. And last night, yeah, that fucking hug. Oh, if I could have seen it, I would have knocked it out. But as you know, that isn't gonna happen. So those
Yeah.
hugs can, oh, Josh, good. You don't want to experience that. A lot of warriors do. And if you do, just remember kind of the symptoms that I'm having. So maybe you can recognize if you start to feel something like that. And always, if you do, and if it's in the daytime, if it's at night the next day, call your neurologist, call your doctor. And then because not everything is MS, and a lot of the symptoms of MS mimic other things. So, anything with your chest pressure, anything like that, you always want to talk to your doctor.
Mhm.
Definitely, definitely. Jason says mostly on my right side. I'm glad it's not my left side too bad. I'd be afraid thinking I'd be having a heart attack. Exactly. Mine's all the way around, you guys. The all the way around. It's not just on one side or half side. No, mine's all the way around, and I get this. It's and I could feel it coming on. Like if it wakes me early enough, I could feel then it kind of, all the symptoms start to happen. You know, they coincide. Like I'll wake up because I'm starting to feel hot and burning a little, and then I start to feel that pressure coming in around my midsection, and then it goes to its tightest effect that it's gonna get, and then it's up there for almost a minute, and then it starts to come down, and then I start to cool down, the pressure starts to lift, and then I go back to sleep. But pain, 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 pain in the friggin' ass, boy. Let me tell you, it's a pain.
Mm.
Um, so, but those things you need to be aware of so you can decipher, have I experienced this before? If not, you speak to your neurologist, because if other things start to happen along that line, you need to know or be aware of, this could be a mess. This may not be a mess. When do you decide to, go to the doctor with your symptoms? Um, Stress, heat, Jason said anxiety, a lot of those things can throw you into a flare. There's a difference. Yes, Josh, it's like a spasm. Yep, and it's just like a it just, yeah, like a spasm. It's a little tight feeling of being squeezed. That's the best way I could put it. The muscle, I don't feel my muscle like contracting or cramping. It's not like a cramp, it's a pressure, like just being squeezed too much, just a little bit too hard. And it stays like that. And then it starts to release and then it goes away. It doesn't go up, squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go, squeeze. No, for me, I feel that mounting, that pressure, and then it stays where it's going to stop. And then within a minute, it starts to go away. So that's the best way that I can describe it, um, for myself. And another thing too, guys, I forgot to say, and I have it. I've been looking at my notepad over and over. Um, March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. So spread the love, guys. You never know who you could reach with spreading um, the word about MS. Share the videos, comment, like, subscribe, guys. I want to thank, I'm not done though. We still have a few minutes. I want to thank Jason. Um, Thank you so much again for supporting your warrior. I so appreciate it. And Josh, I'm so glad to see you on tonight. Yes, I'm so glad. Dree, thank you. I love you for tuning in and learning more about my life and supporting me with multiple sclerosis. And I am trying and I'm waiting so I can promote Drees. That's my granddaughter's mom who has autism, my granddaughter Sanai, and she is starting her cooking show with her and her daughter Sanai for children with autism, making and baking and doing all those lovely things in the kitchen with Sanai as well. So I'm waiting on her to promote her and have her on the show. And Josh, let's see. Jason said, anytime I stand up after sitting or laying down for a while, I stand up and spaz. Oh, you spasm? I have spasming, and it's at night when I lay down, almost like RLS in the legs. But sometimes I feel like my bone in my ankle is just twisting and or getting ready to twist. I'm like, how could that even twist? I feel that pulling, and I'm like, oh, please don't tell me. I had one spasm one time. This is after I came home from the hospital being diagnosed, and my first relapse, and my leg kept shooting out, kept kicking, and it felt like kept wanting to jerk. Well, it felt like that in my ankle, and I was actually, when that started happening, I started crying. I was in so much pain, and it just didn't feel like, how can you work out a bone? Because it felt like my bone was twisting. I'm like, how is this gonna? Oh, that hurt. It hurt. I suffer from RLS at night. Yoga, yeah, I need to do that. Stretching, I stretch sometimes at night when I feel like my legs are going to be bothered. I do stretch on the side of my bed. And yoga, I'm going to start implementing all that stuff. I cheated, guys. I said I was going to do it start January. I did a couple times, but I just haven't kept on it. I haven't. I'm not going to lie. I haven't kept on it. And I'm about to get back on it. I just ordered a waistband and stuff because I'm a little bit heavier than what I want to be. So, and on top of it, for my health. So, anyway, that's what I plan on doing. So, but yes, the spasms. Jason, so what? when you stand up, do your legs feel like they're spasming, or your back, your body? No, I'm not doing nothing hot anything. The only hot I'm doing is hot tea. Hot. Love ya, love ya. Um, so yeah, guys. So for key things, and let me just say this, and I'll probably leave you guys. We're rolling on an hour, leaving you guys on this. Um, pay attention to your signs and your symptoms and what you previously had done, and know that um a relapse shows on, they could only give you a diagnosis of a relapse. If you guys don't know, you guys probably do, um that you have activity in your brain, the area of your MS attacking. Activity means a relapse. That's causing your body to have your symptoms, and you may need to be treated. However your medical team treats you, that's probably, you guys may have already experienced that. For me, I have experienced that as well. I have experienced flares. Now, when you do too much, for me, when I do a little too much, my symptoms get heightened. I may have a little bit more symptoms than normal the next day, but that tells me my body, girl, you did too much. Now I got to sit you down for a minute. So that's the best way that to know which is which, and it's important, and to know when to go to the ER or when to call your neurologist. Me, look, after 2 days, so let me say it like this. Anytime that I have had a relapse or a bad flare, my symptoms come on like a bulldozer. There's no uh really I can decipher early on, like, oh shit, this is going to lead to something, because of being baseline and being stable. When something comes on, you kind of know. I know the difference. So my baseline, yes, I have symptoms. My left side is weak, my hands tingle sometimes, the left, my speech is off. um uh my back, my legs get weaker than normal, and it lasts for too many days. Then that's what they say. If you have symptoms and added symptoms more than a 24-hour period, you could be in a relapse. Okay, so the only way to know relapse is a MRI, or your doctor may say, now I've had this happen to me. Had to go into the ER, and they have treated me due to my symptoms and how long I said that I've had them. They'll take me right in and start the infusion, okay, of the Solumedrol. So sometimes they treat me right on, then they do the MRI because of my symptoms. Now, like I say, mine are full-fledged, and I know what it is, and the level they are to go to the ER. Yeah, when I feel like I'm going to pass out, or I use the word die, forgive me, but sometimes I feel when that happens, like my body's trying to stop on me. That's when I know, nope, this isn't just a flare, this is a relapse. And lo and behold, 9 times out of 10, I have, when that has happened, I've had activity, on my brain. So, it's important to pay attention to your symptoms and what you've done prior. And if you've been stressing and stuff, that could bring on a flare. Okay. So there's those signs that, you know, I may need treatment, or I need to stop stressing and let my symptoms, and see, that's me. Um, Now I know I just came off the weekend, a hard weekend of being out of town, being in Nevada for 2 days, and then now a couple days later, I'm feeling kind of crappy, like I could have overdone it. My symptoms from Monday to Tuesday, they didn't get worse. Now, if they would have gotten worse, like if I would have woke up and been like, man, I can't walk again, or I can't lift my fingers on my left hand, or my speech, or cognitive issues, thinking of, our brain doesn't always work at 100% when we're in a flare. It doesn't work 100%. Our signals from our brain daily. We don't have to be on a flare because the damage of the nerves we don't have. They're broken because we have MS. If you have MS, then those signals, depending on what type of where at in the brain, in the spinal cord, you're affected. So um, I just know from my experiences what I go through when I'm in a flare and a relapse. I know the difference. Josh says, "Have you had any relapses since Gasimta?" No, Josh, I have not. And next month is a year, guys. April. No, I have not. I have not. Knock on wood. Everybody, please. Dree, get some wood. AG, some wood. Find some wood in your office. Jason, find some wood real quick, guys. Everybody, knock on wood. I'm knocking. Can you hear me? Knock on wood. No, I have not. I have not had no relapses since starting the Kesimpta, and next month is a year. No hospital. Any? Did I go to the hospital? Um, I'm not sure if I've been to the hospital. Thank God. Yes, yes, yes. But I have not had no relapses. Have not at all. And next month is a year. Uh, and it feels good not to, of course. And I wish everyone who is a warrior that they have the right DMT, disease modifying treatment, for them. As we know, not every medication works. This is my fourth medication. The first one was Copaxone. I was on for 3 years. And at that point, during that time, I thought I loved the shit out of Copaxone, and it wasn't doing as good as it should have been. Now that I've been on others, now I know the difference. But I lost my legs before during that time, and Copaxone got me back up on my feet. And I've been on two orals that killed my stomach, and I had to get off of them. And I was on one, and on a relapse, and that oral medication, and I had a blood clot at the same time. Had to stop those. And then this is my fourth Kesimpta in 4.5, almost 5 years, and it's doing its job. No, um no new lesions, no anything. So it's
You know,
it's working.
we know that you didn't literally lose your legs. You just couldn't really walk.
Right.
I just want to make people aware that she still has her legs.
Yes,
But
yeah,
I was
I
going to
do.
ask when you had some type of sin, can some type of medication? Some
Solumedrol.
no, the other one with the sin in it.
Copaxone?
Copaxone. Have you ever tried cannabicin?
Shut up.
Every day, shit talking Sunday. I had to
Yeah.
line that up first. I've been waiting
Yeah.
to say that. So hey, everybody, we gotta make some fun, have some
Right.
fun. Look, this is Shit
Right.
Talking Sundays, where every day is Shit Talking Sundays. We want to have fun when we educate you at the same time. Like we say, this is just her journey, and
Exactly.
on a more serious note, Kesimpta works for her. It may not work for you. Consult with your
Exactly.
doctor. Um, there's a lot of diseases out there that are um, invisible, for lack of a better word. I mean,
Yeah.
you you could look at some people and not even know that
Not
they're
know.
going through something because um, I'm still suffering from a concussion from 6 months ago. I didn't
Yeah.
get knocked out. It was to me, I thought it was kind of a mild hit. Uh, and let me tell you, concussions are no fun. They are no fun, especially in the very beginning. The concussion with the memory loss, and I mean all that has since come back, but there's still some things that I'm still having some issues with. But
Right.
like I said, um, I I know you were talking about there's some symptoms that you get that look like other symptoms. So it get mistaken all the time. Just to
Right.
throw another one in the ringer, you had mentioned something about ringing in the ears and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I went to my doctor today, and they say I have um, a something eardrum, a re
Ruptured?
no, it's not ruptured. It's
Perforated?
no, it's re something. Um, it's when
I'm trying to
it's
think of a joke right now and I
it
can't.
the ear my eardrum is sucked in a little bit.
Oh.
So they think that might be the reason why I'm having some of my ringing in my ear. So like I
Oh.
said, the symptoms that we both have are kind of, could be similar,
Similar,
but
yeah.
but it and sometimes just talking and talking and talking. Talk to your doctor. Your doctor um will put you on the right path if you have a
Right.
great doctor.
Yeah.
I fortunately have what I would consider a very good doctor.
Mm.
Um, he's been pretty attentive, and he's willing to try whatever needs to be done to make sure that I get back to normal safely. He's not, from what I gather, not wanting to do anything that would be harmful to me, and that's what
Right.
I admire about this particular doctor. Shameless plug to Kaiser Permanente.
Mm-hmm.
You, at least my doctor, and if you guys want to do your own research, and I do mean Kaiser, you could find out who my doctor is, but I'm not going to state his name just in case he doesn't want to be uh, said. But great doctor
Listed. Yes.
Kaiser over there. I know there's some people that like Kaiser, some people that don't, but
Right.
right now I'm Team Kaiser.
Right. And that's
Um,
good. You're under good care. It's always
Speaking
best.
of team,
Yes. Go
I know
ahead.
I, I don't I don't like to get political, um, but what's happening in the world right now is not cool.
No.
Uh, I'm not going to take a side only because if I had no choice to take a side, I would choose the Ukrainian side only because I don't like what is happening to their people. Um,
Right.
I, 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 I kind of understand why Putin is doing what he's doing. I just don't agree about how he's going about doing it because
About
I
it.
don't even necessarily agree. War is not cool, but just to flip the script, just because I want people to think outside the box. But I
Mm-hmm.
did say I'm team Ukraine. Okay, if I push came to shove, I would have to side with them because I don't like what I'm seeing.
Right.
But um, if the United States had a country on their doorstep that was going to be doing the same kind of thing that NATO is doing to Russia, I think we would probably respond kind of similarly. So I could kind of understand, although killing innocent people is not the way.
Yeah.
Is not and lying and deceiving people because um, you know we have been at least tried to be conditioned to don't believe what you see, believe what you hear, and your eyes don't lie. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who can't see, but your eyes don't
Right.
lie. And do your due diligence and your due research. But it's. I mean, there's got to be a better way. Should
Yeah.
we get
I agree.
involved? Hey, man, the people, the higher powers that be, know a little bit more information than I do. Um, all I know, something needs to be done. I
Yeah.
I, I can't. I don't know what it is because I don't know what might we have to our. But you know,
Right. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. It's horrible what's going on over there.
yes,
Very,
killing is
very
never
horrible.
okay. Killing
No.
is never okay.
No. I want to answer a couple of the questions. Drew, you said Josiah did too, had a concussion. So let me
Um,
know. I want to address that before we sign off here shortly. Jason says the ringing in the ear. is bad. Yeah, it can make you feel very off. Very, very off.
Inhibited.
Yes. So yeah, that's why I wanted to get back to you.
Crazy.
Jason said, no, I don't want to cannabis. And last time I went
Hmm.
to the moon.
I agree with Josh. Josh, killing is never okay.
Okay.
I can't be. I'm not cool with what he's doing. There should be a more a
Right.
diplomatic way of dealing with this. And
Right. So,
I feel for the Ukrainian people out there, but keep doing what you're doing. Eventually, the powers that be will come and help.
yeah. And that's one thing too. People with that kind of power, sometimes they don't know how to use it. You know,
Yeah.
that's truly sad that someone can take those actions for
Yes.
over the, like you say, political. There's You're in a position to deal with countries differently because of the trading. How can you trade back and forth
Right.
I'm going to use the word betray Ukraine because of the codes you have broken. You know,
Right.
so
No.
um,
Look, I I want to say, look at the time we're living in right now. We're not in primitive times. You would
mm-mm,
think by now people would have the normal common decency to know that, you know, people are human of all races, and people just want what's best for their family. And some of these rulers and dictators out here aren't for
mm-hmm,
the people. They're
mm-mm,
not for the people. They're for their
no,
pocket and their buddies. Um, so
yeah,
that's why I say, I mean, I hope I didn't offend anybody when I said I understand why Putin is doing it, but I just don't agree why he's doing it. I'm not, you know, it, you know,
yeah,
yes,
and
I agree with you, Josh. I
Josh,
agree.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So, to the funny thing with Jason about the cannabis, he said, "No, it's not cool what's happening around the world. They just need to chill out and go to the moon like I did."
Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah,
yes,
they could it may change their little mindset and cool their heels down a little bit. There's more than meets the eye with the situation. Yeah, it's a
yes,
lot of stuff going back and forth between these two countries and stuff. Sad to say, and hopefully it comes to a peaceful end very, very, very soon for the families um, in the humanity of Ukraine.
humanity. I
Um,
agree. All praise to the Most High. Most High willing take care of those souls out there and make sure that you keep them safe.
Yeah, exactly. So, we are running a little overtime. There's never no time designated, but I try and
I agree, Josh.
only keep you guys, for an hour and stuff, and pass on what I've been going through for these last couple of days, and I get to chat with warriors and my family and loved ones and stuff, and you guys get to keep up with me. And we also are learning a lot about AG, the dad, also. And friend, I wish you well and
Thank you.
keep on your road to recovery. So, everything else, guys, I can keep you forever and talk MS, but I'm gonna let you go so you can get com- comfy for the night because I know, most likely, Josh, you are far, far, far away from me, warrior. So it's probably pretty late in your city. Jason says yes, more love than hate in this world for sure. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, so guys,
One more thing, real quick. You know
sure,
what's so crazy about society and all these rich people? And I call you all out. I'm calling all you rich people out. We have money to go to war whenever there is war, but we can't spend a small fraction of that to help the homeless and the hungry. Okay, I can
crazy,
understand that there's a lot of people out there that don't deserve help, not necessarily that harsh, because everybody should get help. But what I
right,
mean is, um, there's a lot of people out there that can't help themselves that
right,
deserve an opportunity in life. We sometimes, by not helping some of the people that we're not helping, we maybe have lost an Einstein, you know,
Mm-hmm. Right.
um, or another Barack Obama, or another, you know, whoever you look at as your idols,
Yeah, as your leader.
as your leaders. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we have no idols before the Most High, but anyway.
Right. Right. The only thing, um, and it comes back to us. In fact, do what you can to be kind and give back when you can. Um, that's too in the purpose, and as we are giving in a way form of podcasting, um, a lot of people can do their part in other ways. One right now is the times we're living in. It's crazy across the board. More so crazy
Mhm.
in other places, and we speak of Ukraine and stuff, and just all across the board, with the pandemic and everything that's affected each and every one of our household, one fashion form or another.
Mhm.
And be kind, be kind to one another. You don't know what that person is going through. Um, and speaking of disease, financial, wealth, anything, you just don't know. And I now taking on the form of an illness, I look at things different because to someone who didn't know that I'm a warrior, and it's an invisible disease, and I wouldn't want to be mistreated for any reason, whether it be I'm walking or riding a scooter in the store and you don't think I'm sick. That happened to me last month. And you just don't know what somebody's story is. So being a little bit more kind is not going to take away from um, anything. You don't lose anything by being kind until you find out, what that book reads inside. You just don't know. So even the richest person who has everything, health, wealth, and everything else, still may be suffering from something, you know that money can't fix. So never judge a book by its cover until you read the story. um With that note, guys, I want to tell my warriors, I hope you have enjoyed this podcast. And thank you for being a part of it with the questions. And like you said, we always have a laugh or two, and that's what I look forward to in the podcast, because MS is a heavy issue to talk about. Um, because it's a everyday illness. We don't get a break. Even if we say, "Oh, I'm feeling okay," I know my feeling okay isn't without symptoms or without feeling the ailment of MS, one fashion or another, form or another. Josh, thank you so much, warrior. I'm so glad you made it tonight. You found us, and please come back next Tuesday, and we'll take on another conversation about what we live with on a daily with MS. I'll have everything mapped out again, and we could get right to it. Jason, thank you, friend, for always having my back on the podcast. You show up every Tuesday. Thank you so much. And when you're ready to be on it, let me know. Josh, you as well. And you guys could be on the show as many minutes as you'd like if you want to share your story, and spread. Don't forget, comment, share, like, subscribe. There's many millions of warriors out there who are depending on others to put something out there to where they know that they are not alone. This is why I'm doing this. You guys, a year ago when I was researching to Bianchi Simta, I couldn't find no warrior I found two people long ago videos, and they weren't consistent. That when I was watching the video, I kind of felt like, okay, you're maybe just on here for the the following, and you're not really telling me, giving me what I need about this medicine. You're on it, but I don't see you on it. That kind of thing. And every um, thing that I did find, it was doctors saying, about the medicine, Kesimpta, da, 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 da. But of course, they weren't telling me they were on it and what do you go through, how do you feel, why, and la la la. You know the spiel because you guys are on Kesimpta, so you've had to have tests done, to check for JC virus and all that, because if you do have that, you couldn't start Kesimpta. So it's a big research factor for me, knowing, before getting on, the Kesimpta and stuff. So I forgot what I was saying, to be honest.
Well,
I just lost it. But
well, I guess with that note,
yeah, that's saying,
let
wrap it up.
wrap it up, B. Wrap it
Yeah.
up. Hey, no. On a more serious note, you guys, anybody out there, I'm doing this for y'all. Okay, I don't suffer from MS. Knock on wood. I give praise to the Most High for not having to deal with that. I deal with enough stuff on my own. Go ahead. You want something to say?
Yeah, I just remembered. That's just a quirk of the MS. So, share the vids, so we can reach many people, many warriors as possible, to let them know they're not alone. Where there is a community forming that we talk about. There's a person, there's a girl, who relates to herself as the warrior, me, that is telling and sharing her journey. And I'm going to go check her out, so I know that I'm not alone, and to get in the loop and share, compare, and support. This is why I do that. Days that I feel okay, days that I don't feel okay. Right now, you guys, my ears are burning, my neck is hot, but I'm not going to give up. I'm committed. So that's it. Just share. Let's reach as many warriors as we can and have fun doing it. I can learn off my warriors as well, because everyone is unique. We have a unique system with this MS. We will share some things in common, and then we won't share some things in common. So it's just a learning process. Our system, of course, as you guys know, are unique. So
Mm-hmm.
number one factor, don't forget, share the vids, guys. And I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a good night and a better tomorrow. And we shall see you back here. When? Tuesday, guys. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Tuesday, yes.
Yep.
Tuesdays,
Yep.
6 o'clock. Um, yeah, everybody, I do this for you guys because if there's not a platform out there that's giving awareness to MS, the faster that we make this grow, because change begins with you, and there's more than one letter in that. And let's consider that me, you, and them. And
Mm-hmm.
if we all come together, we can make us all safer and learn,
Mm-hmm.
about this. I mean, it's not contagious by any means. It's
Mm-mm.
just there's things I'm sure you want to do in life that probably prevent you from doing it. So the faster we can bring awareness to it, the more research money that will be put behind it.
Right.
Right now, maybe they just look at y'all like, it's only a couple of y'all that have it. So get everybody
Mm-mm.
out the woodwork, turn over stones. You got to let everybody
Right.
know that has it. Uh, you guys are the founding
Right.
mother fathers.
Yes, of the future, and to
Yes.
bring a cure to MS. And another thing, too, there's a lot. I belong to other multiple sclerosis awareness groups, and you warriors may too. But I'm gonna tell you, I have not yet seen a podcast. You cannot. I cannot promote my podcast or my channels on these platforms. They don't allow you to spread the word of promoting to information. That's all I'm giving is my journey. That might be something that comes across on the podcast that says, hey, we may want you to try this drug because all I see is your face out there. You're a warrior. You have
Mm-hmm.
some followers, you have channels to bring the awareness. I can't talk to visually like this on those platforms even about their illness, and it's MS. They don't have a platform like this. They don't. They've got millions and millions of following. He's Job says, "I want to date Pamela Anderson." Go for it, dude. Don't let MS get in the way. You need
You
to go
know,
back to my February 15th video that I did on MS, love, and relationships. Go back and look at that show, Josh. Everybody deserves to be loved.
well, not to hurt your feelings, Josh, but I've actually met Pamela Anderson. Man, back in like 2003 or four, I was
Oh, for
doing a
real?
Yeah, I was doing a red carpet event. It was the same day that was it Kid Rock and I forgot the other dude's name. They got into a fight at one of them
To-
award things.
Tommy
At
Lee.
one, him and Tommy Lee, they got into a little scuffle at one of them
Mm.
award shows, and she was at one of the. I want to say it was a movie release or something, and I got a chance to meet her there. Real cool. She's real cool people. She's about this tall, but she's cool people. Little tiny thing, but she was pretty down to earth.
Cool, cool, cool. You never
Uh,
know experiences.
uh, so for Josh, with that being said, just speak it into existence. Speak it, and one day it may become reality if you have faith.
Fruition. Yeah,
Yes,
fruition.
you speak it into reality enough. I wanted to get a podcast up and going and have people I wanted to change some lives. I spoke it into fruition, and look,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
uh, in cl-
It's gonna take us. It's gonna take us. Every last one of us.
mhm.
In the audience, even Dree. Um, that's my granddaughter's mom. She doesn't have MS, but she can still spread the word of awareness because of me. So you don't necessarily have to be stricken with MS to support someone who has MS and to share and spread the word. And I've said this before, everywhere I go, and if I bring up MS for whatever reason, someone can ask me about my chair, how fast is it going? I tell them, well, I have MS. Oh, my reception at my doctor's office has MS, or my brother-in-law has MS. Every time I bring up MS, somebody,
Somebody, yep.
yeah, and now it's a trip because it's invisible. If you see me in the store, you're not going to know I have MS. You're not going to detect it. How was MS detected? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right.
You can't. You cannot detect. You can't see someone in a wheelchair and say, "Oh, they have MS," or "She's on a cane. She has MS." No, you can see me walk into the store as I could see Josh or Jason walk in into a store. I'm not going to know they have MS, but they're suffering.
But you know
So
what? You know what we will be able to tell is if somebody has BS. Because if they have BS or BO, we know. We know we can smell BO and we can smell BS.
BO.
Hey man, you know what? I gotta throw some laughter because laughter is the greatest healer.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm by no
Yeah.
means a comedian, but I do have some comedian friends. Let me give a shout out to my boy Tristan. He's a comedian. I think he's performing in LA. Was it? Did he already perform? Is coming up. So,
Okay. Okay.
but yeah,
He said,
um,
"You would think that dude's drunk, right, Jason?"
me? Me, I'm not drunk.
No,
Never.
you would think that dude's drunk.
You know what's so funny? I don't even drink. If you were
Me.
talking about me, I'll drink socially if I go out. I'll have a drink with friends, but sitting at home, I don't just sit at home and drink. It's I don't necessarily see the need for it. But anyway, anything
Yes.
else you want to say?
Yeah, just real quick. So Restream says I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. That's from us.
That is probably from us. Yes.
Okay, well, hey, we got some kept some conversations going. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Josh is
Maumaka.
you-
Yeah.
Josh is laughing at the bo thing.
Well, I mean, I just just keeping it 100. You can't see
Yes.
MS, but you can see BS.
Or smell bo.
Hey,
Is that what
and,
you said?
and
That was a good one.
yeah, and you can smell BO. And you know what? One thing you can do, another initials you can see, MO, Mo. If you need Mo, Shit Talking Sundays, tune in every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, and you will get In the Light of a Warrior with Shit Talking Sundays every
That's me. That's
yes, the
me.
MS Warrior. And every Wednesday at 6:30, you will get Vince the Beast with Fitness Major. For all of you out there that are
Definitely.
religious and need some Holy Spirit in your life, every Sunday at 9:30, we have church service, morning service with
Yes.
Pastor Phil. Okay,
Yes. Yes, and
so
that's a good service, guys, on Sundays.
he's out
So
of Calvary Christian Center in Del Paso Heights. If you're ever in Sacramento, please check them out.
yeah,
Great, great
definitely.
dude.
And if you can't get out, warriors, because I don't even have to say it, tune in. AG the Dad's platform, Shit Talking Sundays, you guys know because you're here Tuesday and you will be here every Tuesday. So, how could you forget Shit Talking Sundays Tuesday with your girl, the Warrior? So, with that note, guys, I am going to say goodbye for now and see you guys next Tuesday and probably on the YouTube channel, My MS Journey on Kisimta. Thank you guys all for supporting me. I so appreciate it. And Josh is asking for the link. So, AG, the dad, give
The
him the
link
link.
for
Uh, Probably Sunday, Pastor Phil.
it'll just go to Shit Talking Sundays on YouTube. Um, I'm not sure if you're on here via my MS Journey on Kasimpta, or you can go to Shit Talking Sundays on
Mhm.
YouTube. And every Sunday,
Good night,
you'll be able
Josh.
to see it. Yep.
Good night,
Good night,
friend.
everybody. I want to tell everybody thanks for tuning in. That is the MS Warrior. I am AG the Dad. You all are my loyal, faithful fans of In the Light of a Warrior and Shit Talking Sundays and the MS Warrior. And yes, Josh, it's every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right.
Yes.
So, like I said before, I'm AG the Dad. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out next Tuesday at 6. Peace.
Yes.